Hi, my name is Karina Akidal. I'm the managing editor of Canadian Auto Dealer. I'm here today with Farid Ahmad, president of Dealer Solutions. And so, Farid, I'm looking to see sort of what the situation is in Canada right now, the buy-sell situation with the dealership groups, both big and small. So, on to you, please.
Thank you, Karina. I appreciate it. Understandably, the buy-sell is not on the top of the agenda of most car dealers. Our focus has changed a little bit. We are now trying to work with our clients because we speak to them all the time. We're talking to them more about their cash flow management, leveraging our excellent relationships with banks and informing and assisting clients. We're staying on top of the GVT assistant program that can help dealers. In terms of the actual buy-sell, currently we've got about 100 deals in process from stage one all the way through to closing. What surprised me is nearly every single one of our deals that we've been working on, not one has canceled, they've been put on hold. So that's quite encouraging for me that the automotive industry are not panicking dramatically, even if they've started the process and acquiring one. In fact, last week we actually closed on a dealership which had 2 rooftops in Michigan. So people are still moving ahead when they recognize that this coronavirus may not be as long as maybe the media is making it out to be, and business will certainly continue on the other side of the coronavirus.
So that brings me to another question then. I mean, with the COVID-19 situation, one would think that maybe it would kind of impact the prices of selling or buying. And so are you seeing anything particular in terms of what big dealer groups are doing or what small independent groups are doing?
Great question. I think we're all in the same boat right now, whether you're a small dealer or whether you're a large dealer. Everybody's wondering how long this crisis will last. And believe me, we've had so many different versions of what people think. I don't think anybody knows. Entrepreneurs are really have a very short-term focus at the moment, and they're really just focusing on crisis management and righting their ship. I would make a distinction between the best capitalized versus the most indebted, rather than groups versus independent. At the moment, it is those who have the liquidity that are largely favored. Those in debt find current crisis very difficult, despite the government programs and the assistance of the banks, because they've got many mouths to feed, and their challenge is, which mouths do they feed, their own or their staff first? So I would say that it really is all down to cash flow.
So then if it's all down to cash flow, I'm wondering, what advice can you offer then, considering the situation as well, to dealers that are looking to buy, but also to those that are looking to sell this year? And you mentioned that the situation is kind of relatively good compared to what it could have been. So is this year still a good time to buy and sell?
That's another fantastic question. I think it really is a case-by-case basis. I think the more the dealership is properly managed, represents a strong brand, that will always be an attractive acquisition for a dealer that's looking to acquire one. Hence, that would also be a good business for a dealer to send. What we recommend to some customers is let this crisis pass. If you went to the market today, there's a very high probability that if anybody did step up to purchase that business, they would be looking for a substantial discount on the value of that business. So if you don't have to sell, don't, is my advice to clients right now, and let this pass. From buyer's perspective, the people that are really acquiring and growing their footprint in the Canadian market are looking at this as a very opportune time for great value in what they acquire. And I'm sure certain transactions will take place during this coronavirus, because some dealers are just going to be so tired. They've been through a recession. They're getting to that age where they just don't want to do this anymore. So I think those individuals will make themselves readily available, whether they do it now or just after the crisis.